Shall we start? Bill Cassidy, I represent Louisiana. All of us just finished running for election. I think all of us took seats that formerly, no, not you, formerly headed by Democrats. And in my election, I think in all of theirs, the President's health care law, Obamacare, if you will, played a significant role to our favor, to the disadvantage of those whom we were opposing. Now, today is the 5th anniversary of Obamacare, and it's interesting to pose the question, why is Obamacare so unpopular, despite the administration insisting over and over again it has been so successful? And frankly, why do we Republicans regard Obamacare as almost antithetical to our values? Well, aside from the success being greatly overstated, there's still 30 million people uninsured. Pregnancy is still considered a pre-existing condition. And even though the inflation rate of health care had flattened before the passage of Obamacare, and it's remained flat since, the cost of insurance premiums has skyrocketed. For some people, their premiums cost 250, 300, or 400% more now than before the passage of Obamacare. In some cases, premiums have gone up $10,000 a year for a family with health care which is of a lower quality. Now, that said, the people who are paying this look and see that vested interests have done quite well. Who has not done well are the patients and the taxpayers who are footing the bill. So it also begs the question of why some who are eligible for subsidies don't sign up. I'll tell you, on the campaign trail, one thing I heard over and over again is that people did not care for a government bureaucrat telling them how to live their life. And the issue of Obamacare is that it attempts to coerce the American people. It is full of penalties, mandates, an occasional bribe, trying to force the American people to submit to the will of a federal bureaucrat. Now, I can tell you, folks like those I represent in Louisiana much prefer their liberty to being knuckled under to a federal bureaucrat. And yet the whole premise of this is that government knows best. I'll tell you that Americans do not wish to be judged on how they should receive their health care by the IRS. We don't trust the IRS to take care of our taxes, much less to decide about our health care. Americans look at the problems of Obamacare, and they wonder why the president is the only one who can have a good idea. He never accepts anyone's suggestion unless he happens to issue it by an executive order. Again, they think there's something wrong with that. And I will say that if the Supreme Court rules against the administration in King versus Burwell, if they rule for a plain reading of the law, we will have a chance to replace King versus Burwell with something which is consistent with American values. The power, if you will, to the American, not the power to Barack Obama or the federal bureaucrat. And I look forward to that opportunity. If it arises, we shall be ready. I'll now turn over, I think, to Senator Gardner.